everyone, Amber here. Lighting is terrible, but it is what it is. I just wanted to check in real quick and let you guys know where we're at in the process. I know it's been a couple of months, so I'll just jump right in. Where we are is that we have just about finished the remodel. We have the last few projects that we're doing this week slash this weekend, and we're almost finished. So if you're new to our journey here and our YouTube vlogs, the reason that is such a big deal and the reason that's relevant for this video is because we have been working on a house remodel, a full house remodel. We started when we purchased the house in March, well, it was the very end of February, beginning of March 2016. So it's been a full 3 years of working on this house, living in this house, and we purchased it March 2016, and in September 2016, we found out that we have an actual infertility diagnosis. My tube is blocked, one of them completely, the other one mostly blocked. And so, yeah, so when we found out that our IVF was really our best option for having a child, we decided that we would continue as planned in finishing this house and getting it remodeled. And we had planned to use what we get from the house, from selling it, the profit or whatever of it, that we'll put that towards IVF to cover our costs, because ours is not just traditional IVF, which is expensive enough. We have genetic testing that we're having to do because my husband has 2 dominant gene mutations, and so yeah, so that's why selling this house and finishing the remodel is so important, because the sooner we can get it done and get it listed and get it sold, the sooner we can start IVF. So for 2.5 years now, we have been just waiting and working and waiting. And so now we're near the end, and this is so exciting. I can't believe that we're here, that we're at this point. Also, I got some great news this week. I just happened to mention to somebody about our house, and this is somebody I see kind of on the regular, and so they were aware of us remodeling it. Well, long story short, we may have a potential buyer without even listing it yet. So fingers crossed that they love it when they come see it, and that they want it and they want to put an offer on it. And yeah, because that would be a huge relief. And then we wouldn't have to go through a realtor, and so that would save us both money, and we could get more back from the house to put towards IVF. So it would just be a huge blessing all the way around if that went through. But I'm not counting any chickens before they hatch, so to speak. And we'll just see what happens, but that would just be amazing. So anyways, either way, it's going on the market within the next couple of weeks, and I'm super jazzed about it. And as far as what's next for us with IVF goes, now that we're at this process, we got our swab kits. We called the geneticist and they sent us new ones, just because our old ones we'd had for a while, and I just was kind of leery about using those. So she sent us some new ones here within the next couple of weeks. We're going to send those in, and then we'll be officially in the process of IVF. From the moment they receive those swab kits, it takes about 8 weeks for them to prepare the PGD test and go through all of that of creating the probes and the blueprint, all of that stuff. And then we can start IVF after that's complete. So they did tell me that based on timeline, the last 2 weeks generally are just paperwork. So if we wanted to start the stimming process, depending on how cycles fall, we could do that within, at that 6-week mark of the genetic testing. So all that to say that if we send in those tests the 2nd week of March, we will be ready to go for stims the end of April, very beginning of May. So we could be going through our first IVF cycle finally in May. And that's crazy and exciting. It's taken forever to get here. You guys have no idea how much patience has been required on my end to get through these last couple of years of waiting. It has been brutal at points, like really has been. But we are nearing the end of this chapter and preparing for the next one, and I'm going into IVF optimistic and hopeful, but also cautious and fully aware of the challenges that we have going for us and how that may negatively impact all of this. But I feel like I'm in a good place overall and a very balanced perspective. I've had some friends that are or have gone through IVF recently that have had some really unfortunate endings to their cycles, miscarriage or chemical pregnancy, some just negative betas after cycle transfers, and then I've had some that have gone through the stimulation process and had no eggs retrieved. I've seen people have really bad results with their genetic testing. So I feel like I've seen a little bit of the spectrum of what can happen with IVF, of how it can go really great and really smooth, and I've also seen how it can go really poorly and unexpectedly and just stab you in the gut because it's a complete shock in a very bad way. So the good thing about going through this waiting process, if you will, is that I've gotten to see all of that, and so I think that's helped me to have a more balanced perspective in that there's no guarantees in this process and to not get ahead of myself too much. But that's where we're at. I'm super excited. I think Jason and I have been talking more and more about babies, and I think it's starting to get more real for both of us that this is a possibility for us in the near future. And so we're just enjoying this time of anticipation as we are moving towards this next chapter. And unfortunately, that's really all I have to say today. Not a whole lot of updates, but we're just moving in the right direction. So the next video, what I plan to post, is I want to share with y'all some footage of our house, the completed projects, so y'all can see and see what we've been hard at work on. And then we are having a house cooling party to celebrate being finished with the remodel and putting it on the market, and I want to include some footage in there of the party so you can see some of our friends and family, just a little bit of our life outside of social media. But yeah, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Even if you didn't, still give me a thumbs up. And leave a comment below. That's always appreciated. I love the comments. Also really thankful for those of y'all that have subscribed so far. So hit that subscribe button, and then you'll get notifications about future videos, and you'll be able to follow along with us now that we're actually getting to the process of starting IVF. I will be hopefully posting more often, and would love to hear about any of your experiences that you've had going through this process. And Any feedback, encouragement that you guys have is always welcome. So just leave us a little note in the comments below and let's chat. But otherwise, thanks for following our journey. Thanks for watching this video, and I appreciate y'all coming along with us. So hope everybody has a great March. I will see you shortly. Bye.